To those who are skeptic about the truthfulness of the Bible, there is one great evidence that proves its reality. It is inspired, as it is the only book that speaks about the prophets and the kings and the patriarchs as a narrative that does not discourage the readers because they lived a perfect life and a perfect life alone. But in the just and righteous account given by God through the mouth of all His holy prophets, He relayed the stories of the men of faith with their weaknesses and their sins, and how they got to rise back with the help of God's salvation. This shows to us lives of inspiration and encouragement, that to a sinner, to me, and to you, there is a path. Although beaten in sin and wickedness, but once led by the hands of God's mercies, there will come victory and overcoming. But sometimes, to a frail-hearted man, the Bible poses as too much of a biased and a favored story. That is Satan's insinuation in our minds to discourage us to read the Bible or lead changed lives. For sometimes we read the biographies of Christians and think that their experience and attainments is entirely beyond our reach. These, we say, are histories of a few who were especially favored by grace. But these high attainments are for all of us. Christ died for every soul, and God assures us in His Word that He's more willing to give the Holy Spirit to them that ask Him, compared to the parents giving good gifts to their children. We may be engaged in the common duties of life, but we can make these sacred by simple, earnest faith and persevering, trusting prayer. God is honored by the steadfast integrity, the holy walk and conversation of His people, even in the humblest walks of life, no matter what we do. The apostles and prophets and holy men of all did not perfect their characters by miracle. That never happened. They used the ability given them by God, trusting alone in the righteousness of Christ, and all who will use the same means may secure the same result. And by taking hold of the evidences and the promises that we have a God who helps and a God who saves, we might say in the time of darkness, "Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against Him, until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness."